So now we're going to talk about the world famous tantrums. World level phenomena doesn't start at 2, where we say terrible twos. No. Aajkal starts with even age 1. So let's talk about how to handle these tantrums, are we equipped to handle these tantrums within ourselves, and how to set those firm boundaries. Because parents, please understand, parenting is about the parent. We have to understand that at that age of 1, 2, 3, 4, right up till 9, they don't have the tools to control their emotions. Everything at that age is magnified. Children feel every emotion very passionately. So we have to first understand where they're coming from, help ourselves first, raise ourselves first, only then we can help our children. So let's talk about this solution which is coming up. What all we need to do? Very simple. First, you stay calm. Till the time you're not calm, your world cannot be calm. For that, you need to practice a lot of self-work and look within yourself. What are your triggers? What is it that you need to do to practice more self-care so that you are a calmer parent? Second, always reconnect. Of course your children are going to have meltdowns. Of course they're going to have tantrums. It's normal. It's part of their growing process and a part of your process too. You have to remember to always reconnect. Let them have that melting moment, but then you have to go back and reconnect with them because you have to teach them the tools of how to self-regulate. And that will not happen until you are calm. Third, I'm peeping to see the third most important point, soothe. Soothe yourself first, soothe your child then. It's okay to feel these feelings, but you have to manage them first within yourself. Only then you can help your child feel soothed and better. Acknowledge your child's anger. It's okay for children to feel angry. We have to give them the permission to feel negative emotions. So when your child feels angry, don't stop your child. Don't block the anger. All you need to do is acknowledge it. Just let your child know, I understand. You're feeling mad right now. I understand you're feeling angry. You can label the feeling. Acknowledge what the child is feeling, because parents, please understand, the minute we feel understood, we start to heal. So it's very important as parents to help our children label that feeling, and that will only happen if you model it for them. So for instance, your child, it's breakfast time and your child is not willing to have his or her eggs and is having a fit of anger or is enraged. All you need to do is look at your child, acknowledge that your child is feeling a certain feeling. Let's say, Arjun, I understand you're feeling mad right now, you're feeling angry, you don't want to eat your eggs. However, it is important that you first finish your juice and then it's important that you have your eggs. So the child feels heard, the child's feeling is acknowledged, and you will be calmer because your child will be more receptive to you modeling the right behavior. Next point, what is the tantrum alarm? मेरे घर पे क्या होता है, 3 बच्चे हैं, जब भी कोई tantrum आता है, अभी भी आता है, turbulent teens के टाइम को बहुत ज़्यादा आता है, तो what do? I just tell my mind, halt, quick check, is my child hungry? So hungry means hangry, which basically means भूख भी लगी है, tired भी है. Then my acronym is HALT, which means hungry, agitated. Is the child feeling agitated because something happened at school or something happened during the day? So I do a quick quiz internally. L, is the child feeling lonely? It's very important, parents, to know that these are the triggers, these are the signals, and these signs we have to pick up before we just judge the child and say, why are you feeling angry? Why are you misbehaving? And last, is the child tired? If your child is tired, definitely the child is going to act out and throw a fit. Don't we as adults? So before I actually check in with my children when they have a melting point, I quickly check in with myself कि oh my god, मुझे भूख तो नहीं लगी है, मैं तो ज़्यादा tired नहीं हूँ. Because the days I am, obviously I'm going to overreact. Obviously I'm going to download all of these onto my children. So first, be aware of your own triggers and make sure that your alarm with your children is always on the alert. This is my favorite. Please fuel your baby's love tank. Make sure it's never empty. इसका मतलब क्या है? What it basically means is before we want our children to go to bed, start eating, doing homework, जो भी आपको उनसे काम कराना है, make sure that they are feeling connected to you. And if a child is throwing a tantrum, it's a form of communication. आपको कुछ बच्चा कुछ कहना चाह रहा है जो वो नहीं कह पा रहे हैं या कह पा रहे हैं. So all you need to do is connect with your child. Make sure that you spend time with your child. There are days that you're not able to. That's okay. You're a parent. You get busy, but make sure that when your child is seeking your attention through a tantrum, आप उसको rubbish ना करें. Don't judge the child by saying such an attention seeker or she's just throwing a tantrum just because she wants attention. It is a need. Your child needs that need of feeling that that child is connected with you. और वो तभी होगा if you spend time. So make sure that their love tank is fuel for you to get things done, because only then they will listen to you, they'll feel connected to you, and they will feel loved. Giving choices, one of the most effective tools for parenting. It's like a magic wand. You have to know that when you give your children choices within your framework, they feel a sense of ownership. So what does it mean? Basically, अगर आपके बच्चा एक tantrum throw कर रहा है, doesn't want to go to school, or let's say doesn't want to wear a red dress, you give your child choices. You want to wear a red dress or you want to wear a pink dress. The choice is again the child's, and you are okay with that choice. Child is saying, I don't want to go to bed right now. Okay, you can either go to bed now or in 5 minutes. The child feels a sense of owning his or her decision. It's the best way to raise our children, because it is not what we do for our children, it is what we teach them to do for themselves, and that only comes when they have a sense of choosing and having power over their own decisions. So parents, our children don't have words, they don't have the vocabulary to label what they are feeling. It is our job to label those or identify those feelings for them. And when we do that, magic happens, because they feel understood. For instance, आपका बच्चा playground में खेल रहा है, बहुत मस्ती हो रही है, doesn't want to go home. Totally understandable. You have to take your child home because tomorrow is school or there's homework pending. Whatever the reason, all you need to do is just help your child identify. I can understand you're feeling mad or you're feeling sad. You don't want to go home. I can understand. However, we have to go home because we have 1, 2, 3 things to do. Whatever those things are, da 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 da. But the child will listen because you are coming from a place of empathy. And what does empathy mean? It's a big word. We all use it. What does it mean? It means you're understanding where the child is coming from. You are helping the child label what he or she is feeling. So the child is already feeling understood. When a child already feels understood, your child will be more cooperative. You will have a better connect with your child. There will be peace and there will be less tantrum making situations. So what is it that we need to do when a child is feeling all these feelings, this rush of feelings together? The child doesn't have the tools or the language on how to convey what he or she is feeling. So they're doing it through a tantrum, through a meltdown. So during that meltdown, what is it that you need to do? So once you've identified and labeled the feeling, the child will feel understood at that moment, but also will start to vent whatever the child is feeling. So if the child is feeling angry or sad, the child might begin to cry or even prolong the tantrum. So at that point, the child needs to feel safe. All you need to do is stay close with your child. If your child lets you hug him or her, just wrap your arms around your child, because all that the child is needing at that point is the feeling of being protected, feeling safe and secure with your presence. Because at that moment, that's what love means to the child. Just stay there, you be calm, make sure that you don't forget, bottom line, you have to stay calm. Let the meltdown pass over. With the child feeling safe, you will feel better, and so will the child, and the tantrum will pass by. It's really fun sharing with all of you. I'm Work and Learn. Together we're learning and growing. Really appreciate the encouragement. Stay tuned. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more videos coming your way. Happy times together.